Hi and welcome to my Soul Tribe. My name is Miriam Rose. Trisha went live for an hour and 23 minutes. This live stream wasn't for their members only, it was for the general public, and the whole idea behind it was to promote their merch called Sad Boy for the Black Friday sale. They touched a little on many subjects and cried a lot in the live stream. There were a good 2,000 people in the live stream, and many of them were being really nice to Trisha. People were paying for the super chat left, right, and center just to ask Trisha some questions. Trisha was saying that on January 4th, it will be 15 years that they will be on YouTube, and they were very grateful that people are still watching them, care and support them. Someone asked them in live chat what lesson they learned the hard way. This is what they answered.
That is a good question, and that is recently is just the energy that the universe's energy, and that what we put out is what we attract. And like honestly, that sounds like it's a good thing, but when you put out negativity or you don't love yourself, like you're only attracting more people to not love you or respect you. If you don't love and respect yourself, if you're putting negativity out, if you're putting drama out, like I honestly thought, oh, it's all harmless fun, but like the minute you like are like it's like the saying, right? You point a finger, you have literally three fingers pointing back at you. But I feel like anything, if you're putting out like anger or something like negative, and I get that's like the world we're in, right? Like people want to see drama, negativity, and all that stuff like that. But it's like that's what I was getting back. So for me, the hardest lesson to learn was you get what you put out. And I was putting out, and you know what it was, and I didn't realize it. I had a discussion with Dr. Drew, actually, like of all people, right? Like I have a therapist, but Dr. Drew had me see the light. Oh my god, it's so good. Oh, I just scratched myself. But he had said that. He's like, maybe you put out this energy where people are a little like, and not all the time. Like, obviously, I put out good energy. I attract good people and I've attracted good followers and stuff like that. But it's like, it's different phases. But there are times when I think inadvertently I put out energy that people just automatically like have defensive again. So I was like, oh, wow, how do I stop that? And he would kind of give me an answer for it. So I really had to do like soul searching. That's why I'm into this like spirituality right now. Thank you, little Miss Ames.
That's true that when you have been putting out negativity and hate for years on end, people began to turn away from Trisha. I mean, they literally exposed everyone inside and trolled so much that they managed to offend majority of YouTube communities. Someone in the super chat asked about Jason Nash and the story with the dog.
Okay, everyone's saying that I lied about Jason surprising me with a dog. Definitely did not. We had talked about like wanting a dog and stuff like that, but like together, when we lived together in a house, I lived in a really small apartment on the fourth floor with absolutely no like doggy parks or anything around. I never had a dog in my life, never knew how to take care of a dog. I was like, oh, he wanted a dog. And so we were gonna like, oh, if we get a house, we'll get one together. I want a Pomeranian. He literally just surprised me with a dog like a week before we were supposed to go traveling and like to Chicago. And then like a month before we were supposed to go traveling to Greece. And I was like, oh, what? Like, and I would want to pick out my dog. I don't want you to surprise me with a dog. And it didn't even end up being a Pomeranian, which we love Mucky. Mucky is king. He's still in our family. But that's not a lie. That's not a lie. I literally did not want to be surprised with it. We talked about getting a dog together if we like lived in a house together and he could like take care of dogs. I like when I got that dog, he stayed with me that night because like I honestly didn't know. The dog was like whimpering, so I just like kept feeding it stuff throughout the night, and like I didn't know, and it kept pooping, and like I'm like, how? What do you even do? How do you clean this? When do you feed this? Like I had zero idea. But yeah, I don't know why people are so hung up on that, but that's that. Can you bring Callie on more often? I love my fellow Aqua. I love Callie too. She kind of took a little bit of a social media break. I think she's coming back here and there, but can't wait for Moses vacation vlogs. Me too. We haven't been on like a proper vacation together. No need to explain, babe. I know, over and over, Trish. We know. I know. Sorry, your name was Barb, and I said babe. Um, there's plenty of videos of you begging for one. I mean, like together, we would have went together, just like a beg for a dog or a baby. There's like plenty of them. It's not, but there in no way was I like, I need one now. Like it was like in like we talked about it, but again, we only know what we're talking about. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if people are in here when they're just like That's what you're worried about and concerned about? I mean, it's okay. It's all good. I'll answer it, but
People are so hung up on that because there is footage of Trisha telling Jason how much they would love to have a Pomeranian, and Trisha spinning a story that they never wanted a dog. Now, Trisha says that yes, they discussed getting a dog with Jason Nash, but only when they would move in together, because Trisha had no idea of how to take care of the dog. Anyway, Trisha did end up giving the dog to their sister to take care of. Sadly, the dog is a couple of years old and last time I checked isn't toilet trained yet, as the Pomeranian was wearing a diaper indoors, which I would call neglect, to say the least. Someone then asked about Trisha's favorite thing about Moses.
I love Moses just for the pure soul that he is, that he's truly non-judgmental and just like the most open-minded individual. Like he's helped me so much be open-minded about things and to be easier on everyone, including myself.
And I would add that Moses is the only one who had ever proposed to Trisha. They're getting married around December the 12th of this year. Trisha also mentioned about wanting a child in the future. Trisha then continued on the subject of Moses.
I love his open-mindedness. I love his calmness. And I love his energy. Everything about his energy. It's waking up to him in the morning is just like waking up to like the sometimes I wake up with a little bit of anxiety. Sorry, I'm gonna get emotional again. Yeah, I'm gonna get really crying. Sometimes, when I wake up with anxiety, or I used to, and it's like now when I wake up and I see him, I'm just like everything's like gonna be okay because I have this partner in life who always has who always has an answer, who's always calm, who sorry. He's just a really good guy, and I feel like I'm comfortable and stable enough that I don't push him away, and there's times where I feel like I do push him away because I'm so scared of, like, losing him. Whew.
In the past, Trisha had often pushed people away who were significant to their life. I guess it's because they were afraid of losing them. But when thinking about it rationally, it makes little to no sense. When you continually push someone away, they tend to eventually leave. It's very toxic behavior. Someone said that they know that people say that Trisha is trolling with energy and meditation videos, and this was what Trisha had to say on this subject.
Yeah, like, I always say, like, if people think I'm trolling, "Yay, Scott, I love you, you're an icon, thank you." That's totally on them. I mean, I always said if I was trolling, at least it's something positive, right? Like, I'm not putting out anything negative, but, um, yeah, I'm committed to the troll. I'm committed to the troll if that's what it is. But hey, everyone's allowed to think what they think, and I absolutely love it. And it never started out as a troll, but I'm so thankful for the biggest troll ever because it's changed my life. So
Making light of being a troll was Trisha's way of making light of the reputation that they had gradually gained online. Someone else asked Trisha if they will continue to be vegan. Their answer was surprising. They said that they aren't sure yet, and their veganism is making their ED worse due to all the food restrictions that come along with being a vegan. They continued to say that being vegan was good for their soul, but triggering for their ED. So they're looking for a happy balance and may go plant-based instead. In other words, Trisha might go vegetarian and stated that they would like to also eat fish, but seemed like they were guilty thinking or talking about eating fish. Someone asked Trisha about Shane Dawson. This is what Trisha had to say.
I have not spoken to Shane, but I don't wish anyone ill will or anything. I hope he does great things. I hope everyone does great things. I don't want anyone to ever like suffer and any of that stuff. So yeah.
So for anyone who was speculating that Trisha and Shane are back on speaking terms, the answer is no. They're no longer friends, and Trisha seems to be okay with that. Trisha moved on to talking about their upcoming wedding again. They said that quite a few YouTubers will be coming to their wedding and that the wedding will be a non-religious ceremony, as Trisha isn't religious. Someone asked Trisha if they correct people who use the wrong pronouns. Trisha said that they let it slide and are okay with people calling them she, he, but prefers to be referred to as they, them.
I've been letting it slide because I'm still going by she, her, they, them. Like I prefer they, them, but people still call me she, her. And it's just one of those things that is hard for me to bring up being the age that I am. Not that it really should matter the age, but I'm always worried like what people will think or if they think it's silly. I remember the first time I heard they, them like years ago. I was like, okay, here are they, them now. And I didn't I judged it because I was like afraid of it, but it's like I'm scared other people will too, because that's how I was when I was like ignorant.
Someone asked about Trisha's OF and how it was going. Trisha said that it was going good and they upped the price.
It's going really good. Yeah, I upped the price over there because I was giving out a lot of cookies for pennies. So now we're doing cookies for dollars over there.
Someone then asked Trisha what was their special moment with Moses online. Trisha had to think about it for a few seconds. They replied that they had a good New Year's Eve together. They went on that they were doing a collab for OF. Candidly, Trisha stated that they got a little more intoxicated than they wanted to. They felt way too intoxicated and Moses came and picked them up. This was when they weren't dating yet and were not on good speaking terms. Moses came to pick Trish up at 10:30 at night, making sure that Trisha was okay. He took Trisha home and stayed with them all night, making sure they were breathing well. Moses thought that Trisha had too much alcohol that night, but according to Trisha, there was more to it than that. Had Moses known the full story, he would have taken Trisha to hospital, Trisha stated. But even though he had work the next day, he took care of Trisha all night. Trisha goes on to say that Moses saved their life many times because Trisha was using drugs back then when they first met. Trisha goes on to talk about their upcoming wedding, stating that from the beginning they worked out a budget but had to cut out a lot of perks as they have gone double over their budget limit, even though they have had to cut out things like a nice sculpture as well as other things. Trisha refused to talk about their in-laws, stating that they won't be talking about other people. However, Ethan Klein, who is Moses' brother-in-law from H3, and Ela Klein, who is Moses' sister, Ethan's wife, stated some time ago that they won't be attending the wedding due to the rift on frenemies. Trisha then talked about purchasing a house in Vegas with Moses. In addition to the house, the two of them are sharing in LA. And Trisha also stated that the house in Vegas will be a part-time thing. They will be traveling to Vegas because they love Vegas, but they'll only be staying there once in a while. In conclusion, I must admit that Trisha's hair looks great and their skin hasn't looked better. People were really nice to Trisha during their live chat, so I guess it's true what they say. No one can actually cancel you after all. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, leave it a thumbs up, leave it a like, and also leave a comment about what you think about Trisha's latest positive behavior. Also, please join me on Instagram as well as TikTok for regular updates. And if you would like to expand your consciousness, please visit my other channel called Spiritual Destiny. I would appreciate your subscription, and there will be many more videos coming out on both channels. Cosmic kisses to everyone. Bye for now.